Hello, my name is Brooks Cunningham. I'm a security strategist at Fastly, which means I get to work with a number of our customers on their security specific settings. And today I'm going to be telling you about my adventures in programmatically generating HCL and helping customers transition to infrastructure as code for their security configurations. So for the agenda, I'll talk about what my problem is and the challenge that I encountered that resulted in the tooling that I did make. I'll also give a live demo of the tooling that I created. Talk about some of the challenges that I encountered as I developed some of this tooling. Then I'll also talk about what's next for the tooling that I did create. So what's my problem? My problem is that customers love the Fastly Next-Gen WAF. In fact, Fastly was once again named Customer's Choice for Cloud WAF, which means that our customers advocate for us and that they really like using our products to create a request rules to, for example, block certain countries that they don't want to do business with, or rate limit on session cookie or API keys. And they like using our products to help build out configurations tailored for their specific applications and their needs. Now, the challenges that this actually presents is as customers want to migrate from the UI or API strictly based configuration to more of an infrastructure as code. It can be very tedious to define those Terraform import blocks, also very time consuming, and also going to be very error prone to do that manually. And so we want to make it much easier to help our customers try to make that transition if that's where they're already trying to go towards with other infrastructure or other business requirements. If they want to migrate from the UI API-based configuration to more infrastructure as code. So what did I do to help alleviate this challenge and make this easier to migrate to more of an infrastructure as code mindset? Well, I made a tool called a Next-Gen WAF Terraformify, or ng-WAF Terraformify. This is not Fastly sponsored or supported. This is a tooling that I created to just help a number of our customers that I worked with during the course of their transition to more of an infrastructure as code config. It doesn't do everything, but it does do quite a bit, at least from where I've seen customers have the most challenges with their transitions. It does our corp level rules, corp lists, corp signals. It also does site rules, site lists, and site signals as far as taking those UI or API-based configurations and then bringing them in to be managed by Terraform and also generating the respective HCL. There's certainly other things I'd like to have incorporated within there, but for now, this is what it does do. And so now I'd like to do a live demo. So here I have that repository already local. The only thing that I really have to do is I have to make sure that I have my variables defined, which exist within the README. And then I have to just run make run. You could also use the command make rerun, and it'll clean up the environment and run that command again. And what this is going to do is it's going to go pull information from our API and then build out the Terraform import blocks and run that Terraform plan to present that import. So this is the information I can see. There's 143 resources that it wants to import. And all I have to do now, Terraform apply. I should run through, make sure it presents similar information, see if I want to actually import that. And what this will do is import all of these resources here. And this is what when you do that make run command, it's actually generating these blocks. So now I'm just going to type yes. And now I've successfully imported all of these resources. And if I want to actually see the HCL, that's part of this, I go to this generated.tf. And this does use the currently experimental feature set within HCL as well, or within Terraform. And so now I've got a lot of those settings within here. And so what I want to show, site. So for example, if I wanted to change the default block status code that gets returned back whenever we block certain traffic, I can really easily do that. For example, I'll change this from a 406 to a 407. I'll save that. And then I'll do a Terraform apply again. And this is for the site name. It's ngwaf or Terraform _ ngwaf _ site. I'll see that that's the only thing that needs to be changed. I'll type yes. Fantastic. So now if I go to the UI, I should be able to see that that site gets changed. So I'll go click that Terraform ngwaf site. And just to give you an idea, there can be a number of request rules. And so using this tooling will allow you to import and manage all these settings through Terraform. But the specific setting that I just modified is within here. And so now I can see this was previously a 406 and now it's a 407. I'm going to go ahead and modify this back to a 406. Terraform apply. And then I'll refresh this page and show that it's changed back. And now it's a 406. So now I've shown that you can manage this infrastructure through Terraform after importing the settings through the tooling that I've created. And this is super, super helpful, especially for customers that have many, many different sites. I've only got a handful within here, but it's very common for our customers to have substantially more than what I'm showing here, as well as a number of request rules and site lists. They really customize the solution to be their own. And we want to help our customers make that transition from the existing infrastructure or management settings through the UI or API into something that is more of an infrastructure as code, if that's the desired path that they choose. So now back to the presentation. What challenges did I encounter? Well, very minor challenges, I have to say. But the main one that sticks out to me is this HCL write.tokens. This object or method here is a bit mysterious in how I should work with it. So the main challenge that I had was if I go to show the code, let's go to the Go code, actually the import block. So this to field, the value here cannot be quoted. And so I couldn't find a great way to write to the import block and specifically the to field without it having a quote. And so the workaround that I found was this here. I did some searching online, and this is the implementation that at least I saw that one other person took. And this worked for them. There's quite likely a better implementation or smarter way to do this. I just couldn't find out what it was. So this is the route that I took. So yeah, it just writes that field, that attribute, that to attribute with the value here using tokens. But yeah, this was really the main challenge. Thankfully, Fastly already has a Go SDK. So incorporating the HCL write Go code into the existing SDK, or really the other way around, making this tooling was pretty straightforward since we already had that tooling available. Now, what's next for what I've built here? And again, this is not officially supported by Fastly. It's just something I've taken on during some of my free time. It's been allocated. What's next for this tooling? Well, more features as we continue to expand out and add additional functionalities in WAF. As there's demand, I'd love to add the ability to generate HCL for additional parts of the configuration where needed. Then also, I'd really like to potentially avoid manually creating HCL tokens in the way that I've done. I suspect that there is a better way that I could do this from a code perspective. The way that I've done it currently does work. But if there's a cleaner way to do this, then I'd love to take that approach as well. For sure, feedback is absolutely appreciated. If you have ideas on how I could implement a better solution, just let me know. And that brings me to the last part of the slide here, which is really thank you. And if you do have questions, feedback, you want to learn more about Fastly, our security products, I'd love to talk more. You can reach out to us on fastly.com, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn. Just scan that QR code. Again, my name is Brooks Cunningham, security strategist here at Fastly. And thank you so much for the time. Have a fantastic rest of the day.